A peach mango life shake smoothie with my dear friend Ellie. And I invited Ellie over today so she could share her life changing health journey that she's experienced over the last 6 years. It's a little windy out here. And I've heard her tell her story so many times, and I just really wanted to get it out to a bigger audience so that maybe other people would get inspired. So, Ellie, tell me a little bit about what your life was like back in 2011.
Okay, well, I had been working in a church and I worked in the broadcast department in front of a computer, so my life was not active. And I kept gaining weight. And I noticed as like summer would come, I'd get really, really busy, work hard, lose a couple pounds. That would be it. I thought that was really strange. Fall would come and I would start gaining in the fall, and I still had winter to go. So by 2011, I was well over 200 pounds. I looked like I could take out a linebacker.
It's so weird because I did not know Ellie back then, and I had only known the slimmer version of Ellie. And when I saw a photo of her before picture, I couldn't even hardly believe that she had been that big, or that she, had lost. It didn't even look like the same person.
A lot of people say that. They're shocked when they see the before picture who didn't know me before. And so I had knee problems. I had severe pain in my left knee. I had fallen off a camera stand at work and damaged my right ankle, which took many months to heal. It shouldn't be like that. I didn't break it. And so in that event, though, the falling off the camera stand, it revealed something deeper going on inside my body because it swelled. I'd get home from work and I'd have to get into a wheelchair just to get around. I mean, my legs would just balloon out. It was awful. And it went on and on like that for the longest time. And I met Bonnie Zeman in the church, and Bonnie kept coming after me and telling me, "You're not well. You need help." I got the answer.
Sometimes we don't want to admit that we need help.
That's right.
So what happened?
Okay, well, she finally talked me into getting on Shackling products, and I started on the Vitalizer because I thought, I needed energy, because also I was extremely fatigued. At lunch hour, I would go lay down in a room that had a little sofa in it, and I would sleep my lunch hour away because I was too tired to go any further. I'd wake up after the hour, and I would get a little bite to eat, sit down in front of the computer, go back to work. Come home, and I would suffer because I still had things to do, supper to make, and I was grumpy. I had people telling me a lot that I was grumpy a lot. And it was hard to do those when you're around people you care about. It's hard to be civil towards them, and when you're in pain and you're extremely fatigued, you're tired. I had no energy. So then I got on the Vitalizer. I was on it, but in the first month I convinced myself I couldn't afford it. That's what I told myself. Within 2 weeks of not having it, I knew I had made a big mistake. I could tell then it had been working on me because I could feel that fatigue coming in. So I went back on the Vitalizer, stayed on it. And I used to follow Bonnie around to all these different Shackling meetings. I hear all these people, and they talk about the 180, and all the benefits of the 180, and wow, it did it. And I'd taste test all the smoothies and eat the bars, and it was like really good. And so finally I got on it. I'm not sure exactly when. It was like 2012 or something that I actually started on the Shackling 180 weight loss program. And I loved it because I don't get up and make a big breakfast. I'm not that kind of person. I was working, so I would get up, make that smoothie, drink it on the way to work, be energized for work. And the other thing about it was I was extremely unfocused at that time. And I had to remember schedules, deadlines, what was airing, etc. And then I would look at my assistant and I would always say to him, "What are we doing? Where are we at?" Because I couldn't remember. And from being on the Shackling Vitalizer and on the smoothies, one day I just walked in there, and it was like suddenly, it was amazing. I remember I turned to him and I said, "Okay, this is what we're going to do, blah, 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 blah." It was like all of a sudden, it just came all flooding back. He looked at me like, "Freak."
So your brain was working. In addition to having more energy, your brain was working better.
Yes, my brain was working. And
it's amazing what nutrition how your body will respond.
Yes, exactly. So finally, with the alfalfa that I was also doing, and I lost over 70 pounds.
That's
and
amazing.
Before I couldn't even walk up and down the stairs. That time I had, with the wheelchair and stuff, I would go down on my butt, down a whole flight of stairs. It's the only way to get down. Coming up was rough. And drag myself with the rails. And then other times it was just one step at a time. For the longest time it was that way. And now I can run up and down the stairs. So I'm far more energetic.
That's awesome. Would you like to do a little demonstration?
Oh, sure.
All right, we're going to try this. Let's see if it works. Just for you to get a glimpse of how active Ellie is. So we're at the Marone household. This is our deck. And that would have been like almost impossible for you to do like 6 years ago.
Couldn't have done it.
So
It's just not possible.
I mean, that's just a little example of the potential for good nutrition and weight loss to absolutely change somebody's life. Do you ever imagine like what your life would be like today if you hadn't made those changes and lost 70 pounds?
The thought about it actually frightens me because I had no medical insurance. I couldn't afford a doctor. And I had symptoms that were like pre-diabetes. And so, you know, that puts a fear in your life. And so I think if I hadn't done it, I think I would have been in really rough shape. I think I would have been under a lot of hospital bills and probably not getting better. I really do.
So when you were on the program, what did you like about it? You said it was easy to make a shake in the morning?
Tasty. It filled me. And it energized me and focused me. And here's the thing, because in the Shackling program, the 180 program, they want you to snack in between. I couldn't do it.
Oh, you didn't?
I wasn't hungry.
It's amazing. You know, I have men that start on the program, and well, my husband did it a few years back too. And you'd think like a big guy that he would get hungry, but I think it's because the shake has that balance of protein, fiber.
Yes.
And it's going to help your blood sugar be stable, so you're not going to have that big spike in your blood sugar and then the crash.
That's right. That's right.
So it actually keeps you going.
That was the other thing I loved at work. You know, I would just flow through. I didn't have those highs and lows. I wasn't bouncing, and I loved that. You know, it wasn't like when I would eat before Shackling, pre-Shackling. I would eat, and then it's like going for about an hour, and then dropping off. There were times I literally fell asleep in my chair right at my desk. Just slumped. Went right out.
So is there anything else you'd like to share with our audience today?
I'm still not a real highly active person. I love to read. So my life is really actually kind of sedentary. And so I do put on a few pounds, but it's amazing. You know, I just do my Shackling, and when I start getting active, it just comes right off. So I love it. I'm still energized today. I always have at least one a day. Some days I'm really busy, and that's when I do 2 a day. But
so you're kind of on maintenance mode, and you're probably going to keep this going.
Absolutely. I'll never come off Shackling.
So we have a couple of options for people that want to get started, and if you're somebody that I know, please reach out to me. If you're somebody that knows Ellie, please reach out to her. And we have a couple of options, a couple of starter kits for the 180, and one of them is on feature special this month. And in addition to getting you the product, we get you the support that you need. There's online support where you can have meal plans and recipes and encouragement, as well as virtual communities that we have on Facebook that where you can get daily tips.
Great ideas.
So thanks for watching today, and if you are intrigued by the peach smoothie, I have to tell you, it's our summer flavor. It's going to be gone before the end of the summer. So reach out to Ellie or I if you'd like to get started right away and get a peach mango smoothie on your table soon. Thanks for watching.